The string code surface extend tool has undergone some improvements which not only aesthetically improve the way that the form looks, but also improve some of the functionality as well. To show you how it works, we're going to be adding a parking bay to the left hand side of this particular road and basically going to drape the elevations of this parking bay onto our string code surface extension. We're going to go to the Roads tab, Model Builder pull down, and choose String Code Surface Extend. This is found on other tabs, namely the Site tab and Grading tab, depending on what version you are using. This particular tool is also found on those tabs. In the form, we are going to create a model, and simply this is going to create a surface for us in Surface Manager. So we're going to go ahead and name it as follows, and then clicking OK. If at any point we want to delete this model, we'll also delete the surface from Surface Manager at the same time. What we're going to do is now choose which string we would like to obtain a slope or elevations from. So we're going to go ahead and choose the road here, Eyelet Street. We can also pick a chainage range, so this small surface extension can occur all the way along the entire string. What we're going to do, however, is just to physically go and pick, using the little picker tool, a start chainage location, just somewhere around here. And you can see that the chainage is automatically populated. Then we're going to pick an end chainage location, again just extending up to probably around chainage 100. We can refine these numbers if we want, as I'm going to do right now. We can then say on which side we would like to have an extension. So I'm going to choose the left side of the road. You can see that the right hand side is blanked out at this particular point. We can then choose a code on our template we would like to project from. So in this case, the far left hand side code of my template is the LEB code. We can choose to project the traditional method of this particular tool, which is to take the slope between these two codes here, which happens to be the LSAW code and the LEB code, and extend that slope for a set distance. Now we can still do that. We're going to click on code. We're going to say how far we want to make that extension. I'm simply going to put in a value of 10 here, which signifies 10 meters, and then click on build models. In the background, you'll see that we now have another surface being created. So if we go to toggle display, you can see we have a surface extension surface now. They're all prefixed with SE, and you can see the contours are being displayed for this particular surface. Let's click OK. Now maybe we want to assign the parking bay elevations to that particular surface. Now we can do that by going up to the vertical grading editor, selecting our string, which is a profile string, using auto profile, reference surface. Because of the way that auto profile reference surface now automatically completes, all I really need to do is go and pick a surface I want to drape onto, click OK, and then click on calculate profile. Immediately that particular string has now been draped onto that surface, and because the surface extend occurs right at the start and right at the end, we're getting this really nice tie-in of elevations, and then obviously having that slope being projected through. Let's also have a look at the cross-section window to see how this is working for our road. So I'm going to open up a cross-section window for our road here, Eyelet Street, around this location. And what we might do is say, well, we'd like to see this surface we've just created. So we're going to go to the Display tab, Show Other Objects button, and in here we're currently being asked to show an alignment, a string elevation of our parking bay, and also a surface, which happens to be the built model surface. So all we're going to do is change that to the surface we've created and click OK. So that is the surface which we have created using string code surface extend, and we are now draping onto. If we decide that we no longer want to simply use the LSAW to LEB slope, we would like to define our own slope, such as maybe a positive 3%, we can now go in and change code to value. And if we place the value in here, 3%, and click on build models, then I'm just simply going to refresh the display in here just by scrolling back and forth. You can see the surface extender has been updated. Okay, so this is a 3% slope. The parking bay itself no longer matches onto that particular surface, but because of the new functionality in V22, we can simply hit refresh on the vertical grading editor to have the auto profiles updated, which you can see they've now done, which has given us that updated change in the screen there. One other option you now have in here is also code plus value. So whatever the slope is between the LSAW and the LEB code, which in this case you can see is about 0.8%, we can add 1% to that particular value, or maybe we want to add 5% to that value. So this will add the slope plus the value we provide to create a brand new slope. We'll click on build models here and refresh just by scrolling through. You can see we've had an update to the surface there. We come into the vertical grading editor and hit refresh. We can see that that change has been made in the cross-section window. So Surface Extend, or String Code Surface Extend, has undergone really not only an aesthetic change but some serious feature changes as well, making this a very powerful tool. You can have multiple models along any particular string, so you can have all sorts of different options that you may want to try out on the same side of this particular road. So you're not limited to one String Code Surface Extend per string, you can have as many as you want.